Hey vinyl friends and vinyl community, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and today is Monday, which means it's time for another installment of Vinyl Editions. So stick around and I'll show you what I have that's new to my collection. Alright, welcome back. So, it is Monday, which means I'm going to show you some of the albums that I picked up over this past week. And so I have a few albums here to show you, and then also want to mention a couple things. Number one, there will be a second video coming out later this week, probably either later today or tomorrow, that is showing you all the albums I picked up for another 99-cent sale that one of my favorite local shops had again. It was their 5-year anniversary, so they had a big celebration. It was 99-cent sale plus 20% off everything in store. So I picked up a bunch of 99-cent albums and a few other items from the store that were 20% off. So I'll do another video that's going to show that, because that's a separate thing. But the other announcement I want to make is I want to thank all of you, because I have finally surpassed the 100 subscribers mark on this channel. And I am eternally grateful to all of you who have subscribed and to all those who continue to watch my videos on a weekly basis. I appreciate that. I love it. Thank you so much, and expect an announcement soon on a contest to celebrate the fact that I've reached 100 subs. I'm just trying to finalize what I want to do. I think I have what I want to do in my mind. I just have to kind of flesh it out a little bit and decide exactly the scope of it. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming in the next week or so, maybe after Labor Day, we'll see. But stay tuned for that. So thank you again. I appreciate all the love and support that you have all given me in this community. It means quite a lot. So that being said, let's get to what we got here. I'm going to start off with a few used items that I picked up from a gentleman online that I've bought from in the past, really enjoy buying from, and got some good deals here. So let's start with this here. This is the Who's Tommy album. I had never heard it before. If you'd known me before, I've never really got into the Who to begin with, and so I just started collecting a few albums here. This one came up at $5 and I couldn't pass it up, so this is Tommy by the Who. I listened to it. It's definitely interesting. Not something I would have expected from the Who, but I knew going into it that this was a rock opera and it would be way different than anything they've done in the past, and I could say it really is. Now, I did recognize the song Pinball Wizard, which is on here, so that was good. There are some highlights on here. I really enjoyed a few of the songs, but it overall was a little bit different for me. Not my cup of tea per se, but not terrible either. So that was the first one I got here. The next one I got is one I've been looking for a while, and it just happened to come up on a pretty good deal. And this is the Rolling Stones' Beggar's Banquet. A fantastic album. It's got Sympathy for the Devil on it, which is a song that I played a lot in the band I was in for a few years, and so really happy to have this on in my collection now. So Beggar's Banquet by the Rolling Stones. And this last one from that same purchase is one I'm really, really excited about. I've mentioned in the past that this is my dad's favorite Paul McCartney album, and in 2012 they released this limited edition mono pressing of it with a real basic artwork and everything. I mean, we're talking White Album basic here. This is Paul McCartney's Ram monophonic pressing. It's really the simplest you could ever get for anything on here. We're talking, it's even got a simple white label with the limited edition number on it, and the back is just a plain white label. So this is as simple as it gets. It comes in a plain white sleeve, nothing on it, no artwork, nothing like that. I, of course, took it out and put it in my favorite MoFi sleeve. And then this sticker was on the cellophane. I just peeled it off and stuck it onto the album cover here. Other than that, that's really it. I mean, it's like written on here, Ram Mono. Nothing special to it, but it sounds absolutely amazing. It's a really cool pressing of the album. It came out in stereo when it came out, so this was, I think, the first time they released the monophonic press of it, and I really like it a lot. So very excited to have this in my collection as well now. All right, so for some new stuff. This just came out, an Urban Outfitters release. As you know, I've been buying up the Britney Spears releases from Urban Outfitters as they come out. So this is the 4th album from Britney Spears, In the Zone. Really good stuff on here. Me Against the Music, which is the song she did with Madonna, is on here. So I really like this. Good stuff. And I'm just going to keep buying these presses as Urban Outfitters puts them out. They're really cool. They come out with a different color every time. This one is on a nice baby blue, splatter. So really cool Britney Spears album. Really enjoying the Urban Outfitters presses on those. How about this? This is the Queen of Country, well, one of the Queens of Country with Dolly Parton. Tanya Tucker, first album she's done in 17 years. So very excited to add this to my collection. It's really good. Shooter Jennings produced it, who's also produced a ton of stuff recently, but in particular the latest Willie Nelson albums, he produced those, and they all just sound absolutely fantastic. So this sounds fantastic as well. Great to see Tanya Tucker back. 17 years is way too long for her to be putting out albums, and this is a good one. The next one here, I've been looking for this, and it's been out of stock everywhere I go, every time I go to look for it, and it finally came back in stock with I think there was like a 2-week wait period before it was actually going to ship, which is fine. And I got it for a pretty decent price. I mean, I paid close to full price for it, but it's one that I wanted to get anyway. This is Prince, Art Official Age. This is one of his later albums. I think this was 2011 that it was released, or 2014, I'm sorry, that this one came out. And, it's pretty good. A lot of his later stuff, people don't really know much of it. Hit and Runs, Volumes 1 and 2, I think, are the last 2 albums that he put out, and this was right before that. I like it. I thought it was a good album, and so I wanted to get it on vinyl, and I finally got a chance to buy it. I've been looking at my local record stores constantly, and no one seems to ever have it, so I just pulled the trigger on Amazon with this one once it finally came back in stock. So very good album, Prince, Art Official Age. A lot more funky stuff from him, so good stuff. And last but certainly not least is an album that I have been looking for quite some time. This is a southern rock band. As you know, I love southern rock, and really this is an album that was really big in the 90s, and it gets a lot of flack online for the pressing. But when I looked at the reviews, I saw this come up. This came up on a Deals website that I follow. It dropped down less than half the normal price that it goes for. I think it was $15.99, I think, is what I paid for it. And in my local stores, it goes for $35. On Amazon, it typically goes for $31. And a lot of the reviews said that the pressing was very bad. It didn't sound good. It was too noisy, all that stuff. But I also looked at those reviews and saw that those were mostly posted from 2009 to 2013. And this was a 2015 press, so I was hoping, I took a chance because the price was just perfect. I took a chance, hoped that it was the issues had been worked out on the press. And I gotta say, to me, when I put it on, I thought it sounded really good. I'm talking about this one. This is the Black Crowes, the Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. An absolutely fantastic album. It's got Remedy on it. Just one of my favorite songs that we used to play in the band that I was in. And so I already have the previous album, Shake Your Moneymaker, and really wanted to get this one, but it was always that $31, $35 price range, and that's just more than I wanted to pay for it. So when it dropped that low, I had to take a chance, and I think it sounds really good. So I'm not sure what a lot of the complaints were. To me, I think it sounds just fine. So that's the last one I have for today. Like I said, be on the lookout for another video on the 99-cent sale from Mill City Sound that I went to. Real excited to share with you some of the things I got there, especially the things I didn't get at 99 cents. I bought at 20% off because I think I got some real great stuff with that as well. So look forward to that. And until next time, keep spinning, vinyl friends.